Welcome friends, my name is Wren, and today I'll be sharing some tips and tricks for making and improving art on a budget. Some of this advice I learned from my art teachers and the internet over the years, and some of it is what my younger self came up with in a pinch. I made this video when this channel had maybe 20 subs, and it didn't do very well. But I think it has a lot of valuable information I want to make widely available. Since my channel has been around for 2 years now, and the anniversary passed during my break, I've decided to make it again. But this time with a tighter script, better audio, and new art. During my presentation, I'll be showing off some commissions I did for friends. If you like art, comics, and storytelling, consider subscribing. If you're feeling generous, I also have a tip jar down below. And if you want to join the Crow's Nest Discord server filled with other creative and friendly people, the invite link is in the description. On the topic of making art, I'll provide a list of the resources and tutorials I mentioned throughout these points in the description. I also just want to add that while you should sink the majority of your budget into a quality medium, everyone does have to start somewhere, and sometimes that's being a kid with no job or money. With that, please do me the honor of sitting back and letting yourself relax. Category 1. Make do with what you have. Number 1. Making cheap colored pencils more pigmented by soaking them or using a lighter. I used to combine two of these methods when working in black and white. Number 2. Experiment. Test out your pens, pencils, and paints on whatever surface crosses your desk. My favorite thing to paint on is the back of the Chinese New Year bamboo calendars my favorite local restaurant gives out around December. In addition, I just love how paper bags complement microns. The tone effect is very rustic and cool looking. My teacher used to talk about using manila files as well. I haven't tried it yet, but it seems like a very cool idea. Number 3. Invest in primer in bulk. Before I discovered the magic that is gesso, I would spend ages building up color on top of whatever patterned cardboard I'd repurposed, or I'd use the leftover wall primer laying around my house, which was chunky and drier than sandpaper, but good primer can make even the most challenging of surfaces just a little bit easier to paint on. Number 4. Test out things other than standard supplies. I've used a plastic spoon to make flower petals with acrylic paint, cut up gift cards instead of palette knives, my own hair when I didn't have a small enough brush, which was surprisingly very effective, and even my own nails to create texture when there was none. Anything you have laying around the house might be a tool you can use until you can afford the professional stuff. Number 5. Using fundamentals and exercises to make your cheap materials look better. Like making cheap media look varied by learning to blend using cross-hatching or pointillism. Using strong light sources and negative space can give the illusion of high contrast, even if your pens and pencils aren't actually that dark. It's something that I took advantage of a lot when a friend was trying to teach me to be less heavy-handed by only using a ballpoint pen. Number 6. Making my own charcoal by burning sticks with a lighter outside or using it as paint. I used to do this in an old coffee can, by using scrap paper as tinder. Number 7. Using coffee and tea as a paint to stain paper. Number 8. Save money by working small. I used to do studies with microns and pointillism, which is my favorite form of shading, even though it's painful physically and time-consuming traditionally, on a very small scale, sometimes around only 2 inches squared in the margins of some of my papers. Number 9. Use online tutorials to make your own supplies, like the one I've linked in the description on how to make a kneaded eraser. Number 10. If you want to frame your work, the cheapest way to do it is by working with standard sizes, like 8x10 or 12x16. Don't be me, who has over 12 art pieces already printed, cut, and glued onto mat board, ready to frame, and none of them are the same size, nor are they standard. Another way is by finding frames at thrift stores or discount shops. Category 2. Become a saving savant. Number 1. Going to Goodwill or discount stores to find knockoff supplies and books. The dollar store is your friend. Don't let stuck-up naysayers shame you. Number 2. If you're up for it, you can always privateer art textbooks and guidebooks. Hypothetically speaking, most of the time if I couldn't afford a book, I'd Google the title and add PDF at the end. I'd usually find it. However, do not ever do this with indie material. If it was published by a large company and has been around for a long time, sure, but if it's an independent artist publishing solo, wait until you can support them. Number 3. take advantage of coupons and stackable deals to save on a product you want. This is especially true with Michaels. I still will have multiple Michaels customer accounts that I can use the daily barcode on to use it multiple times a day on different purchases if need be. You can't do it all in one trip though, but if you go back later in the day, this does work, and hey, it's a free discount anyone can use that recharges every single day. Number 4, snap up freebies. You can never have too many art supplies. My personal favorites are the free pens from Bank of America. My crowning broke bitch achievement is when my graphic design teacher needed to get rid of over 100 pounds of mat board. Like, I'm talking easily almost 250 sheets, and I got to take home as much as I could carry. And yes, I did hurt myself lugging almost my entire body weight in sheets, but it was worth it. And y'all, I have enough mat board to last me the next 7+ years, if not a decade. Though many of them are over 3 feet squared, and I've been sitting in a dining room chair since I graduated because they won't fit in any cabinet, cupboard, or drawer. So there's that. Number 5, anyway, like I was saying, leech off your art class or club. If they have material too expensive for you to purchase, but your teacher will let you practice with it, take that opportunity. My teacher gave me a bunch of his homemade and recycled paper because he saw how much I loved using it. It was because of my high school art department that I was able to try out microns, watercolors, gouache, charcoals, pastels, and even drawing with a Wacom pen tablet, as well as Adobe software, because I sought learning those things out. Not every school will have such an extensive library, but try finding what you can. Number 6, you can sometimes find free art supplies on websites like eBay or Craigslist, or at the very least, discounted supplies. Number 7, I haven't done this one myself, but I did know one person who went dumpster diving behind a craft store. They got really lucky and found some good condition pens and paints. Though remember to check your local laws regarding this one. Number 8. Now this one I have done and it's fantastic. You can get free shipping supplies from UPS. I love mailing my art to my friends and family, and having leftovers for projects is good too. Number 9. You can use online resources like YouTube, but there are also college courses you can find for free. The one I've had on the back burner I'm super excited about trying is the free tracks at artprof.org. You can also try out some Skillshare classes that are free too. And of course, if you do have a really specific question, you can try asking a relevant art community on Reddit. Number 10. Sakura on YouTube. Just for obvious reasons, some incredible art tutorials that you will find. They're just really good. Thank you very much for watching till the end, and if you have any ideas of your own, please comment them down below. If you like this video, you can subscribe as well to see art challenges, story times, and art commentary. But until then, stay hydrated, stay safe, and be yourself. Ciao!